Hi guys, we're going to continue working on building words. So yesterday we worked on ah, ah in the middle, either one of those. And then we worked on some of these consonant sounds, t, d. A couple words had n, a couple words had h, and a couple words, actually only one word had s. So today we are going to focus on I, k, g, n, h, s. So that's what we're going to focus on today. So I'm going to erase the words from yesterday. And remember, I have two columns here. This column has the happy face. It is for real words that have meaning to them. And this column here is a silly face, and it has a slash through it. That means it is a nonsense. These are nonsense silly words. They are not real words. All right, so today let's focus on I. And we're also going to just focus on the sounds that are circled here, okay? So we've got I that we're going to put in the middle. And then we have k, g, n, h, s. All right, so we're going to work on these. We're going to put them together. So the first sound that I'm going to use is everybody say, okay? And then the next sound is going to be our vowel, I. It's going to be in the middle. And then our last sound that we're going to use is going to say s at the end. Okay? All right, so let's sound it out. Remember, we sound out from left to right. We have to listen to ourselves sound it out, and then we can hear ourselves say the word when we put these sounds together. Ready? I, s, I, s. Let's chop it. I, s. Faster. I, s. Is. Is. Do you know what the word is? His. I am his friend. I am his teacher. His. I am his sister. That's when we're talking about a boy or a man. His. Everybody say his. Have you heard somebody use the word his before? Just like I did a minute ago in the sentences? Is it real or is it nonsense silly? What do you think? It is a real word. Hopefully you've heard that word with people talking. His. Everyone say his. All right, his is a real word. I'm going to add it under the real word column. Is his. All right. So now we are going to do a different one. Now we're going to do G. The first sound, beginning sound is G. The middle sound is I. And the ending last sound is K. All right, so let's sound it out. Here we go, left to right. G. I. K. Let's chop it. G. I. K. G. I. K. A little faster. G. I. K. G. I. K. Listen to yourself. G. I. K. G. I. K. The word is gick. Gick. Everybody say gick. Have you ever heard the word gick? Do you think gick is real or nonsense silly? What do you think? I saw a couple silly faces. Yes, gick is a nonsense silly word. That is not a real word. So I'm going to add it underneath the nonsense silly word column. G, I, K. gick. All right, so that is not a real word, okay? All right, so let's do a beginning sound of n. Ready? N, I, k. First sound is n. Middle sound is I. Ending sound is k. Okay, ready? N, I, k. Let's chop it. N, I, k. N, I, k. Say it faster and listen to yourself. N, I, k. N, I, k. N, I, k. Nick. Nick. The word is Nick. Everybody say Nick. Good job. Do you think Nick is real or nonsense silly? What do you think? I see some people that they're saying it's real. Some people are giving a silly face saying that it's nonsense. Well, Nick could be a name. It could be a name of a boy or a man. A lot of times when we see Nick, we actually have a K at the end. And a lot of times it might look like this. Okay, Nick. But some people do have their name like this, N-I-C, Nick. All right, so it could be a real name. So we're going to add that word under the real column for Nick. Okay, all right, so let's erase this. Now, I know that I said we were only going to focus on these letter sounds, but guess what? I don't think I can make any more real words with just these letters and just the I. So I'm going to add a few that we've learned. So we remember D, right? So let's focus on D. All right, so I'm going to keep that I in the middle, and I'm going to have D in the beginning first, I in the middle, and then G at the end, okay? Is everybody ready? Left to right, here we go. D, I, G. D, I, G. D, ig. D, ig. Chop it with me. D, I, G. Say it a little faster and listen. D, ig. D-ig. Dig. The word is dig. Everyone say dig. Do you think dig is real or do you think it is a nonsense, silly word? What do you think? Lots of people with their thumbs up. Yes, dig is real. Dig. I will dig a hole. The dog will dig a hole to bury his bone. Dig. Okay? Dig. Dig is a real word. So I put it underneath the real word column. Okay. Let's change it. Now we're going to have D again and D again at the end. So we have D first, I in the middle, D at the end, okay? Let's sound it out. D, id. D, id. D, id. Let's chop it. D, id. D, id. Say it a little faster and listen to yourself. D, id. Did. What's the word? Did. Did. Did you have a good day today? Did. Is did real or is did nonsense? Silly. Have you ever heard the word did? Well, I just asked you a question and I used that word, didn't I? Did. Everybody say, did you sleep good? Now I want you to say, did you have a good day? Good job. You're using the word did. Did is a real word. I'm going to add it right here in the real column. Did. Okay, and now there is another letter sound that we know that I erased, but I still do want to use it, and that is and that's the letter M, okay? So now I'm going to take away that D at the end, and I'm going to put at the end, okay? Is everybody ready? Here we go. D first, I in the middle, at the end. Ready? D, I, D, I, Let's chop it. D, I, Say it one more time and listen to it. Dim. Dim. The word is dim. The opposite of bright would be dim. When we dim the lights, we turn them down low so they're not as bright. Dim. So yes, dim is a real word. I'm just going to go ahead and give that one to you. We have talked about the word dim in class, so I know that most of you remember that. Dim. Dim is a real word. Okay, so now I'm going to change the beginning, and I'm going to use in the beginning. Okay, is everyone ready? So it doesn't say d anymore. Now it says n first. Here we go. N, I, n, im, n, im, n, I, Let's chop it. N, I, n, I, Okay, so listen to yourself say it. N, im, n, im, n, im, nim. The word is nim. Everybody say nim. Do you think nim is real, or is nim nonsense silly? What do you think? It is nonsense silly. That is a nonsense silly word. We do not have a meaning to that word. So I'm going to write it right here. N-im. And I wrote it in order the same way we read it. The n is first, the I is in the middle, and the is last. All right, so let's change the n, and let's turn it to a It doesn't say n anymore. See, the stick is longer up top here, so it doesn't say n. Now it says All right, here we go. Im. Let's chop it. Say it and listen. Him. The word is him. Everybody say him. Is him a real word, or is it a nonsense silly word? What do you think? Him. Him is a real word. He is my student. I like him. Everybody say him. I like him. I will play with him. All right, so I'm going to write it underneath the real column. Okay. All right. So I'm going to change the beginning. I'm going to put s. Okay. And the ending, I'm going to say g. All right. Is everyone ready? Here we go. We've got s first, I in the middle, g at the end. S, I, g. One more time. S, I, g. Chop it. S, I, g. A little faster. Sig. Sig. Say it and listen to yourself. Sig. Sig. Put it together. Sig. Sig. The word is sig. Everyone say sig. Is sig a real word or a nonsense silly word? Nonsense silly word. Sig is not a real word. That does not have a meaning to it, so sig goes under the nonsense silly. Sig, sig. All right, let's change it, and let's put a d at the end. Everyone ready? Id. So it doesn't say g at the end anymore. Now it says d. Here we go. Id. Let's chop it. Id. Id. Listen to yourself say it. Here we go. Id. 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 Sid. 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 Everyone say Sid. Is Sid a real word or a nonsense silly word? Sid. Sid could be a real word. It could be a boy's name, okay? Sid. Like on Toy Story, the movie Toy Story, I'm pretty sure that the mean boy, I think his name is Sid, right? So Sid is a real word because it's a name, okay? That could be the only meaning for Sid, all right? And now I have another one. I know that it's not on here, but I'm going to add it. We've learned this sound. The sound is t. All right, so I'm going to put t at the end. So now we have s first, I in the middle. So that stays the same, right? S, I. So it's going to say si. Everybody say si. And now we're just going to change that ending sound. T. All right? S, I, t. Sit. Let's chop it. Sit. Sit. Do you hear it? Say it. Sit. Sit. The word is sit. 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 Is sit real or is sit nonsense? Everyone say it. Say sit. Real. Sit is a real word. I will sit in the chair. Sit. Okay? All right, guys. I am so super proud of you for all your hard work. Let's go over our real words. We have a lot of real words in our real column, and we have some in our nonsense silly word. Let's count the real words that we made today. You're going to help me count. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We had 8 real words today. I'm going to write it. 8. Wow, 8 real words today. Let's count our nonsense silly words. 1, 2, 3. 3 nonsense silly words. So we have 8 real words, 3 nonsense silly words. Which column has more? The real words or the nonsense silly words? Which one has more? What do you think? If you said 8, if you said the real word column, you're right. High five to you. We know that more means the bigger amount or greater. Okay, so everybody say 8 is greater than 3. Now say this. 3 is less than 8. And less means it is a smaller amount, right? There's only 3 here and there's 8 here. So how cool we were able to tie in a little bit of math today and comparing. So there are more real words today, a greater amount of real words than nonsense silly words. There is a fewer amount of nonsense silly words than real words. All right, let's read them. His, Nick, dig, did, dim, him, sid, sit. Nonsense, silly words. Gick, nim, sig. All right, good job, boys and girls. I'm so proud of you. I would love it if you have time. Go ahead and pause this video, and then you can practice sounding out these words from left to right and practice reading them. That's what's going to help you become the best reader ever, okay? If you have time, pause the video and sound them out from left to right and then read it. So here's one example. Is, his. Okay, so that was the first word, his. I would love for you to do that if you can, okay? I'm so proud of you, boys and girls. Keep up the fantastic work on blending sounds to make words. You're going to be the best reader ever. Have a great day. See you later, alligator. Bye.